Hello and welcome back to the Your Coach podcast with myself, Charlotte of Charlotte Lane Coaching. Welcome back. I hope you've been enjoying them so far. I have a new guest today. Yes, I keep finding them. And this guest, I'm surprised she's still talking to me. I'm not going to lie. You have the lovely Cerys here with me today. Cerys is another client of mine. If you've been in the gym this last week, you've possibly seen her stumbling, crawling, like trying to make her way in the gym. Potentially one of the most brutal ones I've ever done. And yes, there were tears. Sorry about that. Did you make it up the stairs today?
I did, actually.
See?
I did.
Progress.
It's been 5 days.
Progress.
Yeah.
So thank you, Cerys, for joining me.
Hello.
Hello. Cerys, how long have you been training with me now? Sorry, you weren't prepared for that, were you?
Well, I've been coming to the gym since I was in sixth form, but then started training with you just over a year ago, maybe.
Okay. Cerys is also on the younger side. Cerys is in our younger demographic. But she has just told me she's listened to all the podcasts so far. So bonus points for you.
Absolutely.
There's been no bribery involved. We can confirm. So I know Cerys from the gym.
Yes.
And I've asked you to come on today. There's a couple of things we're going to touch on, right?
Yeah.
But one of the main things we want to talk about is sport and women in sport.
Yes.
Yes. So you play a sport,
right? I do. Yes.
Which is unfortunately unusual.
Yeah, I suppose so. For women.
Like all the people that I see in the gym.
Yeah.
I would say you are the only woman that I talk to that plays a competitive sport.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. Or maybe it's just my age range. No, so can you, for those that are listening, tell us about what you do, the sport you do, and a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so I play rugby, full contact rugby, because most people don't think that like women play full contact rugby the same as men. Same rules apply as men's sport.
And I've seen the bruises.
Yeah,
I've seen the
to prove the point.
Like, you're not lying.
But yeah, so I've been playing rugby for coming up 5 years now.
Wow.
So it's been a while. Been there a while. But I've always played loads of different sport. Never really thought about rugby because it wasn't a thing through school.
I was going to say, us girls never played rugby.
No, it was never a thing. So it's never something that I'd considered doing. But I absolutely.
Because I wanted to talk about sport because I fully understand, and we mentioned this before we came on, not everyone is motivated or, enthusiastic about going to a gym.
Yeah.
So sport is an excellent way to get activity rather than just relying on gym visits.
Yeah. And that's one thing about rugby is that I think it's accessible to everybody. And I think most people don't realise that because they look at rugby and think, oh my God, there's not a chance in hell that I'm going to go and do that.
Yes.
Because it just looks brutal.
Yes.
But that's not the be all and end all of it.
So how did you get into playing rugby and to where you are with it now?
So I actually came from having horses.
Yeah.
Had horses for years and years, competed, whatnot. And
I did not know that about you.
I don't know. Did you not?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I mean, I don't know. What's your name? Sorry. But yeah, I did. So for like 10 years, had horses, competed. And then I lost my horse and kind of, obviously, because that's like a lifestyle. Yeah. That's a full life.
Yeah.
I lost
work.
Yeah.
That's all encompassing.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah, entirely. Lost my horse and kind of like lost my like passion for it kind of thing. So then like was still in the gym, was still doing bits and bobs, and then my friend messaged me, who actually I went to school with and hadn't spoken to for years. I was like, oh, like I've seen that you're like you've not got your horses anymore. Would you fancy coming down and giving this a go. And I was like, no. I'm gonna be honest, no. And she was like, just come down and try it. Like, it's good, it's social, like you'll do a bit of fitness. Like there's no pressure on it. And I was like, all right then, I'll come for one. Went for one, like, and then didn't stop. I've been there since.
It must be because you mentioned with the horses, you were competing.
Yeah.
So to come from a competitive background,
Yes.
you miss that.
Yeah.
So yeah, this brought you back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the competitive element is like to a T. If I'm not winning, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I've had to try and turn that down in my life.
Yeah.
It's been a process.
Yeah, it's not.
It's like a healthy outlet for it, right?
Yeah, it's a positive competitive.
So who just explains to people listening like who you play for?
So I play for Doncaster Women, Doncaster Demons, which is the women's side at Castle Park, which is where the Nines play, which is Premiership.
Yeah. Did you know anything about rugby before you went and gave this a go?
No, other than I knew a couple of people that played like low level rugby, but I had not a clue what it was about. Like I'd never watched it at home. I'd never gone to watch a game or anything like that.
So obviously you've got teammates.
Yeah.
Is it a similar story for those ladies, like how they got into it? Like
it's very, very mixed. And I think that's the good thing about like rugby as a whole. You've got people that, so for example, it's pre-season now, there's people that have never played rugby before that are coming.
Yeah.
We've also got people that have played for Scotland coming to play for our team. Like there's such a wide range. There's people that have played since they were 5 or 6. There's people that started when they were an adult. There's people that have never played. You know, people that have played all different levels, county level, club level, national level. Like there's such a mixture, but there's no competitive I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Because everyone's got a skill set that adds to rugby.
The competition is with the other teams, not amongst your own team.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think everyone brings something to it. Like everybody has got a skill that is an asset to rugby.
So I've mentioned demographics already. To listeners and my clients. What does your team look like? What
massive range. So we've got kids that have come up from like through the pathways that are 17 that can now play in the women's team and the team sport. But there's also women that have been there for years. So like Gemma, who created the women's team at Doncaster, she's a lot older. Say how old.
You're very careful.
Yeah, I will be careful because she would absolutely deck me on if I was to say how old she was.
As soon as you said the word very old, I was like, be careful, Cerys.
But she is a weapon. Like she's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But she's had 1,000,000,001 surgeries and just keeps coming back. And she's like, everyone looks at Gemma and goes, wow.
So you play for your team.
Yeah.
What does it? So you play competitively.
Yeah.
Right. You're part of the team. You play regularly.
Yeah.
What are the demands on your schedule? So what does that look like week in, week out?
So week in, week out, training twice a week with the rugby club, and then game days pretty much every Sunday season,
which is
September to April-ish.
Okay.
But then we do tournaments, so we do like 7s, 10s in summer.
So it's a really good like hobby sport activity. And it's a good way of interacting with people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the social aspect is incredible. And I think there is a handful of people that are at our rugby club that don't play competitively, that aren't interested in playing competitively, but they come for the social aspect and for the having that like morale of teammates, and it's everyone's friends there. There's nobody there that wouldn't talk to everybody.
Sport, we're going to go into this a little bit later, but sport was in your blood and your background growing up. It was also in mine.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very big part of why I can talk to so many people, socialise to so many people. Because when you grow up in different sports teams and playing different sports with different people, you learn to socialise and interact.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think that's one of the big things. And I think I was really lucky growing up that I played loads of sports. Like I did everything that was available to me.
So people can literally go to the training, be part of the team, but they don't have to commit and they don't have to feel nervous about making the team and playing.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. There's people that are, the places are competitive because we've got two teams. We've got a first team and a second team, and it's competitive to get into both.
Yeah.
And there is that aspect of friendly competition between each other of earning your place on the team and things like that. But also, you don't have to.
Yeah.
If you don't want to.
Because you've just led us into something really nicely, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to take a lot of credit for this.
Yeah.
You just smashed your team. What would you call it?
Fitness testing.
Yes.
Baseline testing.
Yes. So you just had those, right?
Yes.
So you do them every year?
Yeah. So we do it 3 times a year. So we do it start of pre-season, end of pre-season, end of season.
Which is something typically that us gym folk would do. We'd see if we were stronger, see if we were fitter.
Yeah.
You typically could have benchmarks to test against every 2 months. And you've just completely smashed it compared to last year?
Yeah, massive.
Yeah.
Massive improvement. And I think that's from being consistent in the gym, having a routine. Seeing you.
And you might get on the mess on that. Because you've had your fair share of injuries. It's not been has it?
No.
But you've maintained that consistency.
Yes.
Just right, okay. In the last 12 months, reel off your injuries. What have you had? This isn't selling it well, but this is you.
Dislocated my ankle. Probably snapped every finger that I have bar one. I think I have one straight finger left.
Okay, look after that one.
My shoulder, which is recurring from breaking my collarbone.
Yeah.
Which was coming up nearly 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
What else have I done?
Your ankle?
Yeah, my ankle dislocated.
Your hamstring's been
my hamstring. Yeah, I've squashed myself so that I've just compressed everything on the left side of my body.
However, right, don't be put off by this. You enjoy it, right?
I love it. Yeah.
This ticks your boxes. This is up your street. But you've had all those injuries, but you've maintained consistency, and you've outperformed yourself in all your baseline fitness tests.
Yeah,
all those injuries.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get on at people, but I often will have people say to me, or I'll hear them saying to people, I can't do that. I can't do the gym because of this. I've hurt my ankle. I've hurt my shoulder. I can't do that because of my knee. And I'm like, guys, there's so many things you can be doing. Don't hurt yourself. For the love of God, that's not what I'm saying. But if you've got a dodgy knee, does it mean we have to strengthen it? Or does it mean give it a rest for 6 weeks and focus on upper body? There's always some, you've worked around all those injuries and still, would you say it's fair to say, come out stronger this year?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's something that's really important and something that we try and do within our rugby community is try and push people to still be participating and contributing where you can.
Yeah.
And even if you can't train your lower body, you can go and do something for your upper body. Even if you can't train in the gym, you can go for a walk. And it's that idea of you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for everybody as well.
Yeah.
And I think that definitely spurs me on to go more, even though I'm not the type of person that can take a risk very easily.
No. I have a few times had to implicitly tell Cerys to go away.
Yeah, to be away at the door.
Get out.
I'm crawling up.
Go to
gym. I could train my ankles today.
If you ever see me evil parents across the gym, right, there's no bad blood. It's just me looking at her saying, I know you shouldn't really be here right now.
Yeah, that has happened a few times.
Yeah, but you get your sense of community from your team. So
yeah, absolutely.
So we've been saying these last few podcasts, a sense of community, you get it from the gym, the classes.
Yeah.
But there is the other option out there to get it from a team.
Yeah.
And I'm not just here to plug rugby, which is fantastic, but I have a few ladies that not, hyper competitively, but netball is a lot bigger now. That's come back.
Yeah.
I don't think I should play netball again because it turns into a nasty, nasty person. But rounders as well. A lot of people play rounders.
I love
rounders.
I'd love to play rounders.
Love rounders. That also turns into a nasty person. I think it's just competitive sport.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a shouter, aggressive, but that's why I get to go to the gym. So
Yeah.
sport used to be my outlet for the aggression and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but because I had to stop playing sport because
Yeah.
you get to a certain age in school, you don't do it.
Yeah.
Like that's why I then found the gym.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good outlet and a sense of community.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely would push people to do it in some capacity, whether that's like it could be something really chill, like having a group. There's walking groups,
like
you
seeing
can go play sport. There's so many different sports.
Paddle is huge now.
Yeah,
you're seeing lots of like paddle social groups,
Yeah.
and games and tournaments.
yeah. I think the most important thing is to go and just have a go. It's like I'd have never wanted to play rugby.
No.
Ever. I wouldn't have come.
Do you love it now?
And I absolutely love it.
Do you fit it in? Because you work full time.
Yeah.
Cerys is a teacher.
I am.
Weird to say. So you work full time.
Yeah.
So term time, how does it fit in around everything?
It's hectic.
Okay.
It's very hectic. And it's one of those things where I make myself make the time for it because it's good for you.
Yeah.
Like, I think if I have to have that time for me, like as a teacher, term time it's a 24/7 job when you're in term time. You know, parents' evening, after school meeting, planning, marking, it's endless. Like, you could work constantly and not stop.
I know I could not see you for months if it's term time.
Yeah.
Because I know you're so busy.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that like at the start of the year particularly is when it's usually really busy, and that's when I slack off. But that's also the start of the season at rugby.
But you've also still got those 2 weekday training.
Yeah, that I
sessions.
always will make, unless I absolutely can't because I've got a meeting or something at work. I will. Those two are my. You must go and do this if you do.
So you've also got the level of accountability.
Yeah, absolutely.
So some people come to me for accountability.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry, guys. There's another option out there. You don't need me. You
Yeah.
can go and play sport.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, I think making sure that you have the balance.
Yeah.
So I probably wouldn't be sane if I didn't keep up with some sort of fitness.
I apologize if I've said this already, but I say this all the time. I'm a firm believer that you should have three places or three spaces.
You tell us all the time, which is why I've started.
Is it why you started
your gym like properly?
You mean you listen to what I say?
Well, yeah, I know.
Can you just allow the parents to do the same? Three spaces.
Yeah.
Work and home, okay? Given.
Yeah.
I do think it's unhealthy to just have work and home. I think you need a third safe space.
Something else.
You need something else to break it up, to decompress.
Yeah.
Because it can feel isolating and like you've not really got a work-life balance. You're working, you're sleeping, working, sleeping. Yeah. To have that third space, even if it doesn't have to be the gym, it doesn't have to be a sport. It can be a library. It could be, it can be anything. Yeah. Just somewhere to decompress and like just get all that stress out of your system.
Yeah.
And then I just think you appreciate being home more.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when I did that, because I was sort of mixing all of them together, and I was in and out of gym as and when I could, and then I was sort of trying to use my time wisely to fit things together in the same space. And I think actually the best thing I did was saying, no, actually I want to commit to having the gym as my gym space.
Yeah.
Because then when I go there, that's it. I'm in that space and I'm not thinking about anything else until I go.
You feel it when you don't go there.
Yeah.
Feel it when you don't.
Yeah, massively. And a lot of the time I was like, it was all mixing together and it didn't feel like I'd actually had time out from anything.
You can't disengage your brain. Your brain's going 100 miles an hour 100% of the time.
Yeah.
So just to be able to switch it off for a little bit, I think works like wonders.
And I think as well, like going from having a stressful day at work or a busy day at work to then going in the gym and the first thing you do when you walk through the door is Jane or someone just going, like that just, it's like, oh,
it's all right.
Yeah, no, it's all right again now.
I think it just shows you that like, right, it's okay. I don't have to be that stressed, responsible adult I'm in an environment now where I can actually just be a bit of a twat.
Yeah,
Like, it's
nothing else
okay.
matters for an hour.
It's a safe space
Yeah.
to be a bit of a knob.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's just what you need.
It is.
Especially when you're teaching kids all day.
Yeah. Going from teaching kids and then they've got, the kids at my school are absolutely lovely. And then you walk into wherever you're training
And then dying on the floor.
Yeah. And you can have a giggle and then move on and go and do your thing.
People just, and we're all guilty of it. People just do more fun in their lives, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, we all take life really seriously, and it's really hard because it can proper drag you down.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
There's so much shit going on in your head. So literally just to have a giggle and let it out and just have a bit of fun in your life. I think that's what you
need. Even if it is literally a couple of minutes on your way.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice community to have.
You can laugh at someone else's misfortune and feel better.
Yeah, exactly. And people can laugh at yours, and it's all right.
English ways. So my next question, just before we get on to some other little subjects, what do you think you would do if you didn't do rugby?
Oh my God, I don't know. I think in terms of like sport, I did so many when I was growing up. Like I probably tried everything.
Do you think you would have found something else?
I think I would have found something else to do. I thought about going back to football because I played football growing up for quite a few years.
Yeah.
I've always been a bit of a, not that football's like a contact sport, but I've always liked to get a bit like aggressive, like give people a bit of like let out a bit of anger. I don't think I could have something like that.
No,
although I did do that as well for a while.
I quite liked being the typical like one left in defence, like get past me, you're gonna die.
And I like to do things that people go, there's no way you do that.
It's a bit
shots like you don't play rugby. And I'm like, yes, I knew you'd say
look at that bruises.
Hold on a second.
Do you think you would struggle a little bit more with regards to work-life stresses if you didn't have the rugby outlet as well?
Yeah.
And especially that contact sport, like you say, there's just something different. Not everyone's made for it, fully understand.
No,
there's just people that would prefer to go dance for an hour.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get it out. But there is something.
But for me, that I think the space to be able to actually really let out some steam and like give someone a good shove and
healthy aggression.
Because
it's frowned upon.
I could quite easily not be in a good position, but knowing that I've got twice a week an opportunity,
get it out.
It's really a really good.
It's heavy. And I shout at people.
Same.
Healthy outlet for it. Right. So, my next question we're going to go into. So, you are a woman in sport.
Yes.
You've been in it. Did you say 5 years now?
Yeah. Coming into my 5 years.
Have you noticed like a shift? Have you noticed an uplift in its popularity?
Yes.
Coverage?
Yeah, massively. When I started at our rugby club, there was 20-ish people. I think we had nearly 60 last season.
Wow.
And that's grown even more because we've had more since new season and pretty much everyone stayed.
Wow.
So like a massive change, and I think that comes from like it being publicised more. It's on TV. Like you see the Red Roses there out winning every tournament. Like people want to be like that
because the coverage everywhere has uplifted slightly. So that helps.
I think it's the same. It's not just rugby either. Like obviously the football, like the Lionesses. They've won loads of major tournaments now, and like people are seeing women playing these sports. And actually realise it.
It's not a lesser alternative.
No.
They're still badass. They're actually outperforming a lot of male teams.
Absolutely. It's one thing that absolutely does find out when they go, oh, we've not won a World Cup in years and years. And I think, well, actually we did, because we won it the women and we won it the year before. And if you look at the rugby, we also won that. So shut up.
Politely. No, not politely.
Not politely. Just shut up.
Impolitely.
So massive increase. And I think those of us that have been in it while that's happened have seen it and like absolutely like love that.
I was gonna say that's got to be a huge boost.
Yeah, massive.
Like there's no, and I imagine there's no like, oh god, look at all these new people that are coming. It's like, oh my god,
Wow, it's so
people.
exciting, and we all are so like, yes, like we love having new people. Like the more people we can have, the better. Like no matter, you might have seen like Ellie Kildare, for example, is a massive name in women's rugby.
Yeah.
Someone's seen her and gone, oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I had to go and try it. And you think absolutely, and there's no saying that you can't go and do that. Like people progress massively, really quickly.
Do you think also the focus for women to be fitter and stronger has done a big shift in that as well?
Yeah, I think so as well. Like on social media and stuff like that. Like the big thing at the minute is strong, not skinny.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I think that's like more of it's a more sensible way to be. Like everyone wants to be strong. Being strong's good for you.
Yeah.
Being skinny isn't the be all and end all of.
No.
That doesn't mean fit. It doesn't mean
Because
healthy.
No, it doesn't. And you're right. And I think historically, a lot of women, and I was in that boat growing up. I'm a little bit older than you.
Yeah.
Don't act too surprised.
Yeah, you are.
I'm like, there was no hesitation.
Yeah, you are.
But I grew up in a time where like everyone wanted to be smaller. It was actually about making women as small as possible.
Yeah.
And then if you would look at women in competitive sport, it was the complete opposite of what you were kind of being brainwashed to what you wanted to be.
Yeah.
So there was a massive decision there. Like, do I want to be smaller and be deemed as, attractive and wanted?
Yeah.
Or do I want to be healthy and badass and like kick ass in sport?
Yeah.
And a lot of girls had to make that decision.
Yeah.
Whereas now there's no decision.
No.
Like women typically now want to be fitter and stronger.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's another thing with rugby. It is inclusive of everybody.
Yeah.
Rugby, you have to have all shapes and sizes. And if you look at England women's team for rugby, there's so much promotion of body positivity because women that are seen as bigger as such actually are ridiculously strong. You need them to drive your game forward. And power that they have and the strength and the speed that they bring as a collective, people go, oh, well, they don't look like a typical sport person. Jesus Christ, good luck.
Some of the fitness levels and what they have to do on strength.
Real. Yeah. And I think like that's so good to see, and it's something that we do in our club, but it's across rugby as a whole. Is you need a bit of everything.
It's very powerful to see a sports team, full of different bodies.
Yeah, and every position is entirely different.
Yeah.
And I think you can really see that, but also in our team, like we mix and match positions all the time.
Yeah.
People don't particularly play position specific, but people are made to play positions. And I think that's the good thing about rugby is you come in and not have a clue when there's a position that waiting for you.
Well, it capitalizes on people's strengths as opposed to judging them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think there's different things needed in rugby through different positions, and it's all about working to your strengths. It's not about you're really crap at this, so you're going to be no good. It's actually, well, that may be not your strongest point, but that position perfect for you.
And you've found the whole team dynamic and the people they're really supportive.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's so supportive. Like you could be opposite ends of the scale of prop to a winner, and you still push each other to be better, to be stronger, to work harder. And like in training, it's not position to position.
Yeah,
you can get tackled by a prop and a winner can tackle a prop, and that's just normal.
Right, question.
Yeah.
Do you get scared? Because I'd be terrified.
Yeah, sometimes. I think more so actually in training than in a game. I don't think about it when I'm in a game.
Because the competition.
Yeah, the adrenaline's there. Like you just go for it. In training, there's a couple of people. In fact, there's a lot of people on our team that I think, oh my God, you are going to absolutely deck me. And I will literally stand there and until they've got me and I go, ugh. Jesus Christ.
That makes
then
me feel
like, oh my God, if you're going to do that in a game, like, yes.
Yeah, true.
So when you think about it like that, I'd rather play with you than against you.
Because that makes me feel better because like I might talk, but then if I'm on a rugby pitch and I'm like, this woman's like coming for me, like I'm terrified. I can't run. So Cerys has just referenced the fact that at the gym ball that we held this year, we did a charity ball to raise money for mental health charities. And this man club, Calm and Mind. And fantastically, the first ever ball we did, we raised £3,000, £1,000 to each charity, like buzzing. It'll be back next year. However, in our slightly inebriated states, I agreed that if Cerys raises £500 next year, I'll let her rugby tackle me at the next ball. So I am begging you, please don't give Cerys your money.
I beg
Give it
you,
to me
please.
for something else.
I'm sure more people
Give
would
it to
pay
me
to
for the
see
raffle. Give it to me for the raffle. Don't part your money with Cerys. Please, please. Oh my God. Oh, why? Why did I do that? I can't believe you remembered.
Great idea. I know. It's the one thing I did remember.
Oh, I'm so in trouble. I'm gonna scream.
So much fun.
Thanks for that.
That's all right.
So not my last question, but the last thing that I want to touch on is you are a teacher. You work at a school, yeah, in Doncaster, yes. And I'm very passionate, same as you, about children's activity, exercise, and schools and curriculum and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I have worked in schools previously and led some activity hours and sessions, like exercise to music. I've taken my pound classes in there for workshops. Like the kids, you don't know a pound class, it's like weighted drumsticks all to music, and you're basically saying, make as much noise as what you want, guys. So understandably, the kids love it.
Yeah.
Very passionate about activity in schools and children staying active. One reason that I liked taking the exercise to music and the pound classes to the schools is because I fully understand not all children are made for team sports.
Yeah.
You and I were.
Yeah.
And I think it's really, really helped us in life. 100%.
Yes, absolutely.
Whereas some people, some kids prefer to do something that doesn't involve as much being on a team. Yes, they want to stay active. Yeah, so I was very conscious to add that to the equation for the children. However, you're in a school. You work in a school.
Yeah.
Do you think schools currently do enough to get children into sports and exercise?
No. No.
I agree.
Full stop.
You're there, you see it.
I am there. And luckily, my school isn't like that. My school is massive on sport.
Yeah.
You know, the curriculum for schools in general is to do a PE lesson twice a week.
Yeah.
2 hours a week, I believe. My school does a lot more than that.
And just let everyone know the age range of the kids that you're working with.
So secondary, so year 7 to year 11, so 11 to 60.
Yes.
But our school is actually all the way through from reception, so 3 years old up until 18. So I get to see elements of it all on, post-school events and things like that. So our school's massive on it. We do specialised training in certain sports, cricket, rugby, hockey.
Yeah.
But everyone participates in sport at some point, competitively, whether that's like house relays or sports day or anything else. We're really big on promoting sport. But not all schools are as lucky as ours.
I was gonna say it's that element of luck really, because I was very lucky at school and my school was very sport focused.
Yeah.
But there was loads of options. And I think options is the big word.
Yeah.
If you're lucky to have options, then you're typically more likely to find something that floats your boat.
Yeah. So I actually did, when I was doing my teacher training, I did a lot of research for an essay on sport in school.
Yeah.
And one of the big things for me that I found really interesting and actually really wanted to see more about was the the equality of boys and girls and their sports, because the curriculums look very different.
Yeah.
So thinking talking about women in sport and like football, rugby, things like that, the boys got to do that when I was at school, the girls didn't.
Yeah.
And now since the World Cup, the Women's World Cup, the rugby, things like that, there has been so much more funding put into women and girls having access to play these sports, to having football, rugby, and having people come in that are particularly specialised as a PE teacher to promote girls being able to get involved in their sport more.
I think it is. And again, it has to be a funding thing. So when I was younger, I was very, very fortunate because my parents would throw me into all sorts.
Yeah.
So I'd play cricket one day, football another day, and hockey another day. But that's reliant on having a parent there that can pick you up and drop you off.
Yeah, and I was the same.
Do all those things.
Yeah, I was really looking at, like, my dad particularly threw money at me doing every club and activity that I could possibly want to do. You know, I was always at school, after school, lunchtimes, before school, doing sport, whatever that might be. But not everybody is as fortunate to get that, and the sport that they do get and the PE lessons that they do get aren't always accessible to everybody. Not everybody wants to do, you know, a fitness circuit or a yoga class or a go and play rounders outside or tennis, which is the typical things that you do when you're at school in a non-PE lesson.
It's doing those sporting activities when we were younger, it has been instrumental in our lives going forward.
Yeah, and I think it's the make or break is the kids then grow up and think that is sport.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Yeah.
There's so much.
Or is that age? It's not something.
Yeah, it's not something possible, or because there was kids that were better and kids that had more access and kids that specialised in these sports that so happened to be the ones that they did in school. It's like, well, I'm never going to be as good as that, so what's the point of trying?
How do you feel about, so I didn't warn you, I didn't ask you this, but I saw something this morning and I think it was an interview with someone about, so obviously Spain won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Fortunately not Argentina. Sorry for not a football fan. Spain just won the World Cup.
Yeah.
And I don't know who it was, but someone kind of said, like, well, Spain have won, the last 2 tournaments, things like that. Like, why are we not, as an English male team, not winning? And someone referenced the fact that now when you go into schools, you play sport, it's more about the taking part than the actual winning. Yeah, and that competitiveness is kind of like being pulled out of people.
Yeah, which sometimes it's good, and I think for those children that aren't competitive, it's much more inclusive for them.
Yeah.
But I also think that it's a really, really good thing to have competitive spirit. Like I was brought up. If you're not drive, right? You're not doing well enough. Like, do better. Like that was how my family were like that.
Yeah.
It was competitive. Yeah. It's not even just sport. Like every element was competitive.
Have you got a level of drive if you haven't got a certain level of competitiveness?
Exactly. And I think to an extent, everyone should find something that they can be.
Yes. I think when you're in your school and you've got like, the 11-year-old kids, like, don't worry about if you don't win, don't score a goal, guys. Have a good time, go enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
But if you are playing in a Sunday league football team and you're taking your kid on your day off and they're playing in an actual competitive game, like, no, you're there to win, guys.
Yeah.
Like, you're there to win.
Absolutely.
So I think in schools, okay, don't worry about it. Like, try and include everyone, make everyone feel comfortable. But if you are actually, playing a game in a team, one should typically want to win.
Yeah, and I think everybody should do something at some point as well. I think, like, outside of school, it would be great if children all had access to doing something to some degree.
I noticed a really big, like, drop as well. So I played sport all the way up to age GCSEs. But then went into sixth form, do A levels.
Yeah.
And then there was nothing there.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So literally playing sport however many times a week, and then all of a sudden, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, there was nothing available. There was nothing, like,
because it's not advertised.
There was nothing there.
No. So obviously it was implemented that you had to stay in education till you're 18, which wasn't that
right
before me, but
a long time ago, Karen.
Dinosaur era.
A long time ago. Fully invented the wheel.
When that came in, there was no that the sport didn't follow with that.
Yeah.
So like when I was doing my A levels, which was only 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah. All right. Not to rub it in.
Well,
Okay.
sorry, but that wasn't. It still wasn't a thing.
No.
Like, and you think by like surely you would have thought about that.
I'm pretty sure the only exercise that we did at school in my sixth form days was when us netballers organised a game against teachers.
Yes,
That was it.
Yeah.
That was on us to organise and sort. So we won, FYI.
Obviously.
Yes, I remember. But it's tough, right?
Yeah, it is. And like in my A levels, I did sport for A level, but there were only 3 of us.
Yeah.
And luckily we got to do sport while we were doing our A level because it's part of the curriculum.
Right.
For A level.
Right. Yeah.
But then you look at everybody else in the sixth form.
Yeah.
And they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Unless you do it outside, you're not doing anything. And I think, especially when you've got that free time, like you have a lot of study periods like that, why are they not putting in even once a week?
Yeah.
Something of some sort, even if it is more social, like going and having a laugh around just to get moving.
Yeah.
Because I think like there was no way that I could have sat still if I had 2 or 3 study periods a day without moving, which is why I'm walking around corridors and
it's not healthy.
There because I mean
it's not healthy. Like it's counterproductive.
Yeah.
You and I both know, a lot of people listening know, that actually a little bit of activity can boost productivity.
Yeah, massively. And if I'm like that even now, like when I'm teaching, I implement movement into my lessons. I teach English. I don't teach sport. Well, a little bit, but I mainly teach English, and I will make sure that at some point in a lesson, once or twice a week, kids get up and do a movement. Even if it's answering questions, stand up, put your hands on your heads if you think it's this one. Just move, touch your toes, walk around the room and speak to somebody that you're not sat next to get an answer, just so that they've got up and moved. Because otherwise, they walk to their lesson, sit down, and that's it for them.
Yeah.
And that's not productive for concentration.
Do you think that having this again uplift in women's sport and sporting events and just the coverage it's getting, do you think it's making the powers that be think a little bit more like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
we've got to improve.
I don't think they have a choice.
No.
And I think luckily women are quite driven in the fact that if you want something, you're going to figure out how to get it because you've had no choice. So I think now women are like, give us what, and if not, we're going to make it. Like rugby, football, other sports were upcoming in like the women's side, but they would never see until the women in the English team have done it in the big teams. And now we're also watching Premiership, they're watching like WSL in football is so much more seen. It's shown on TV now, it was never shown before.
Then force the issue, and now you can't get.
And now you haven't got a choice. It's everywhere, and some people hate it. And it's like it's the men that hate it, or even some women that hate it. And I just think, why are we not really proud that that's happening?
It's a really positive.
It's such a positive thing, and I think for kids in schools that are seeing that and could see like, wow, I am able to do that. Because even when I was growing up, that wasn't seen.
No.
You know, women in rugby, I would never have done that because you don't see it tonight. I didn't know we were.
Unfortunately, it doesn't necessarily follow the map. So you have to kind of have that interest, or develop that passion to want to see something like that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think as well, like going and watching these games, even if you're not going to play it, you know, you might not want to play football, you might not want to play rugby, but going to go and watch a game like that that's upcoming and big now is such a good thing. And like the community in women's sport is incredible.
I'm gonna say, whether it's the community, the aggression, the skill, like something there will inspire you to want to do something.
And I think a lot of women in sport are speaking out about things like that now. Well, so like following that on social media, some really
what I will do, for the guys listening, I will post the details of what team Yeah, you know, for anyone interested,
Yeah,
or even if they just
definitely.
want to see you in action,
Yeah, by all means. Want to see
I will
wild out.
I'll post it. They can decide whether that's a rugby related injury or a PT session related injury.
You decide, because it could be either like the Charlotte or it's not rugby.
I push your soul out of your body.
Well, I don't know. The way I've been walking the last few days says different.
Have you, before we wrap this up and say goodbye for people, have you got any questions for me? Don't worry if you people always feel like
I don't think so. Not questions particularly. Maybe just like how, or do you speak to people that maybe have thought about sport that like our sports do it? Like how do you promote that to people that aren't a team sport kind of person or a competitive person? Or
so I'll be really honest. I don't chat to that many people about going into sport, but I think it's because it's not being accessible. I think it's because they don't know it's there.
yeah,
There's a couple of ladies that I know that play netball, and one plays netball, couple play netball, one plays rounders.
yeah,
But that was a friend of friend. That was like, oh, we're gonna go play rounders. We need some team members. Do you want to come and play? And it was more of a like, oh, okay, I'll come and help you out.
yeah,
Like, I just think you got to a certain age as a female, and there was just nothing there.
yeah.
So I think for so long we've just completely forgotten that we can
That
be
you
part
can
of competitive sport,
Yeah.
be part of a team.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's that's important.
Yeah.
Like anybody could come to our
Yes.
and there's something for everyone. It doesn't matter how fit you think you are, how fast you think you are, how strong you think you are. Just come and have a laugh and actually might enjoy it.
You could find your new favourite hobby.
Exactly. Exactly. I did. Like, granted, I was 17, 18.
Yeah.
Or any age. There's people of all ages that come and join us. You know, there's people that are in their 40s that come and absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Only came for the social.
Yeah.
Then ended up playing, you know, oh, well, I'll just go on the bench and be an extra player if you need it for the last 10 minutes. And now I'm like, yeah, get me on the side too. Like, I'm play. So I think everyone should.
And so I'll post the details.
Yeah.
But also, like, doesn't have to be rugby. Like I say,
No,
rounders, there's all sorts out there. The walking groups.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of information is on like your local information pages.
Yeah,
absolutely. Shout out. People, from what I've gathered, the teams are always looking for new members.
Always, everybody, everywhere. Like, and if they're not, then there's
go somewhere
else. Yeah, go somewhere else.
Thank you so much for coming on.
No problem.
I've really enjoyed it. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed listening to Cerys and I. Like I say, I'll post the details below. I hope you've enjoyed listening. If you have any follow-up questions, then please just let us know. Look out for Cerys dying in the gym floor sometime soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.